Netflix CEO confirms James Gunn's Superman underperformed. I think pretty much everyone knows this by now, but still, there's the confirmation, During a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on Netflix and Warner Brothers' Discovery deal, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos dropped a bombshell. Again, kind of already knew this, but nevertheless, when a CEO that's coming in to buy the company and had to have seen the actual numbers, it's the confirmation of this regarding Superman, the James Gunn-directed reboot of DC's iconic hero. Sarandos confirms the film underperformed while addressing the industry standard 45-day theatrical release prior to hitting streaming. Original video via YouTube. What? Mark? Okay. This is where it is via YouTube. Well, whose video was it? You didn't say. Okay. Anyway, the moment comes as Senator Cory Booker pressed Sarandos on whether Netflix would abide by a full exclusive 45-day theatrical window for upcoming films, a practice that has become the de facto standard before a movie transitions to streaming or VOD. Booker asks, I want to ask a direct question. Will this be a fully exclusive 45-day theatrical window? Sarandos, fully exclusive to theaters, yes. But when asked if this window is strictly enforced, Sarandos gave a telling response and name-dropped James Gunn's Superman. Sarandos, it is the industry standard for self-enforcement. However, routinely, movies that underperform, the window moves a little bit, and Superman was a little shorter window, and Sinners a little longer window, but they still could refer to it as a 45-day window. Sarandos's candid admission confirms what many in the industry already suspected, and what Cosmic Book News first told you. Gunn's Superman failed to live up to expectations. This obviously prompted Warner Brothers to release Superman early and push it to video on demand just 35 days after its theatrical release. So, there's the video, like back and forth with Booker. So the fact that Sarandos felt compelled to distinguish Superman as an underperformer in contrast to another project suggests the movie may have missed financial targets by a wide margin. When he tried to frame it as common industry practice, his admission is the first public acknowledgement from a top executive that Superman failed to justify a full theatrical run. The early VOD release raised eyebrows, and it's pretty much that, it gives it away, especially given the reported $350 million budget and the fact that it was meant to be the cornerstone of Gunn's new DC Universe reboot, which has now been downgraded to Gunn's Superman family saga amid the sale of WBD. Also, don't forget that Warner Brothers set the Minecraft sequel release date only 2 weeks after Gunn's Superman follow-up, Man of Tomorrow, in 2027. Now, what does that say? They have no confidence in it. That's why it's not unreasonable to say the DCU is over pretty much before it began. But Superman sealed the deal. Look, this was always the case for Superman. It couldn't just be an okay movie. It couldn't just be even a good movie. It really wasn't. It had its problems. Again, I've always stressed, I think David Cornsweet makes a good Superman. He could be a great Superman. Most of the cast I didn't have any problems with. I thought the movie was too cluttered with other, Justice League characters and that sort of thing, which really hurt the film a lot. I think it should have been streamlined down to a basic Superman cast and leave it at that and build on Superman. And it really didn't do that, to where Superman is, he's the main character, but he still comes across as a guest star of his own movie. So that kind of thing. But it needed to be a great Superman movie. Coming out of the era we're in, that's not James Gunn's fault. the situation he's in and that sort of thing, but it is his fault for the creative choices he made. And I don't understand it. I mean, it's just like, yeah, we want to sell this, cinematic universe akin to Marvel when Marvel is dying, but still, I get the point, and you want to sell it. Okay, I don't care about the hyping of it and everything, but you've got to establish it with your Iron Man, and you were going to go with Superman. Okay. And then you do DCU Universe Episode 1 with the DC Universe in it, that kind of, all over the place mistakes made there. Then you follow it up with this terrible sequel to your Peacemaker show. Our second season, rather. Just awful. So I don't know what the thinking was here, but it was bad all over. But for the movie itself, it had to be great. It wasn't. It wasn't even close to that. And just limping across the finish line wasn't going to be good enough. And it appears it didn't even do that. So that's that. No more, pushing DC as the main driver of Warner Brothers properties. It's still an asset. It's still there and everything, but they're really hoping this would really shine. They're still getting great offers for the company. So as far as the sale goes, I guess that works out. But to put this shiny thing here of, oh, you're going to want this. No, this is going to get scrapped when the sale goes through. And again, there's a shame for it. Again, I think Corn Sweat did a good Superman. But like so many others before him, he didn't really get a good enough movie to showcase his skill at performing that character.